Assalamu alaikum wa Ramadan Kareem to everyone out there who is fasting right now. I was just sharing some tips with the girls in my fitness class about what they should eat when they break their fast during the rest of the evening and for sahur. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna, record a video for everyone on Instagram. I know a lot of you right now are fasting in different countries around the world. So I wanted to share this valuable information with you so that you can feel good and not feel tired and fatigue and craving sugar and all that stuff. So I'm going to explain all of that right now. Now, the first thing that I wanted to bring up is how much water you should be drinking when you break your fast. Now, when in Ramadan, when we're fasting, we're doing a dry fast. There's different kinds of fasting that people do, and a lot of people, for a lifestyle, they do intermittent fasting. But intermittent fasting, you can drink water, you can drink tea, you can drink coffee. But in Ramadan, we don't drink anything. So the way our body responds to certain foods is completely different than someone who's doing intermittent fasting. So when we drink water, we want to have only one large glass of water when we break our fast, because we want our bodies to get back into balance. We didn't have water all day long. We don't want to sit there and start chugging water down. So one large glass of water when you break your fast. And then after another hour, have another large glass of water. And then 2 hours, then you have 2 large glasses of water. And then after your second meal, then you can start drinking water like you would do regularly on a daily basis. Now, what do you break your fast with? The first thing we want to break our fast with is dates. Dates are excellent sources of potassium, magnesium, and fiber. It gives us those nutrients and minerals that our brain needs and that our nerves need in order for us to function properly. And because it has a lot of fiber, it helps us go to the bathroom. And I know a lot of people, when they change their timings of their meals, they get constipated. So this will help, get everything out. And on top of that, when we go eat dates and then we go pray and we let our body absorb those dates and then we have our meal, what does that do? It helps prepare our digestive system for the meal that we're about to have, because it activates the digestion juices. And this is what helps us digest that food and not feel so full and tired after we're done eating. So when we eat those dates, take your time, give yourself about 10 minutes before you have your meal. And another tip when it comes to dates, because it has a lot of good high sugar in that fruit, it gives us that quick energy that we need so that we don't feel lethargic and tired. So this is the great source of fruit. Another great source of fruit is watermelon. It's very easy on the digestive system, so your body absorbs it very easily and it doesn't make your body overwork. We don't want to overwork the digestive system, so we want to make it very easy on the body. One of the great reasons of fasting is for us to rejuvenate, for our organs to regenerate and to repair. So if we're going to put so much in our digestive system, now we're taking away of one of the best benefits of fasting, because now we're making our digestive system have to work harder and harder in order to digest the food. So now when it comes to your food, what is the first meal that you should have? You can have soup or like a chicken salad, but we need to understand that our bodies respond to sodium, carbs, and fats completely different when we're fasting. So the one thing that we really want to try to eliminate when we're fasting is sodium. We do not want to have a lot of salt. First, it's going to make you feel really thirsty when you wake up. And secondly, it's going to retain a lot of water, causing you to feel really bloated. And you don't want to feel bloated and tired and feel like your digestive system isn't functioning properly. So try to avoid salt as much as possible. But when you do decide to add salt, avoid iodized salt, because this is what all the restaurants are using in their food, and this is not healthy for the body whatsoever. What we want is pink Himalayan salt. It's full of minerals and it tastes really good. So it's super healthy for the body. So that's the type of salt that you should be using if you decide to put salt in your food. So you can have a vegetable soup, you can have a chicken soup, chicken salad. We want to avoid fats and carbs because it's going to be too much for the digestive system in the beginning. We want foods that the body can easily break down. So lean proteins are a great source. Then your second meal, that's when we can have our carbohydrates. But we want to make sure the type of carbohydrates that we're having. We want to have slow digestive carbohydrates. What does that mean? Now, whenever we eat a carb, it basically turns into sugar in our body for our body to utilize it as energy. Now, depending on the type of carb, it will turn into sugar really fast or turn into sugar really slow. And if it turns into sugar really fast, it will spike a hormone called insulin. Now, what is insulin? It is a chemical messenger that controls our blood sugar levels, and it stores fat. It does many other things, but just to simplify, it also stores fat. And when this insulin goes really high, depending on the food that we eat, it comes down really fast. And when it comes down really fast, we feel tired, we crave more sugar, we crave more fast digesting carbs, and we're not in the fat burning zone. The goal is to always try to bring insulin down. And how do we do that? We do that by eating slow digestive carbohydrates so it doesn't get that spike. Now, what kind of foods are those? Beans, lentils, brown rice, what else? Sweet potato. These are great. Oatmeal. These are great sources of slow digestive carbohydrates. And make sure that you add a little bit of protein in each meal as well. Now, your third meal you want to have this is where you're going to have your healthy fat so that your brain can function. But the reason why we're having healthy fats at night before or when you wake up, I don't know what time that you wake up, but for sahur, is so that insulin, whenever we have healthy fats, what happens? Insulin doesn't go up very fast. It stays very neutral. So it causes us to feel very full throughout the day, not craving. So you don't wake up craving sugar, craving fast carbohydrates, or feeling tired because you're not getting that crash. So you're full, you're not getting that crash, and then you're not craving for those type of foods like junk food and fast carbohydrates. So this is excellent for suhoor. Now, what kind of foods are those? Eggs, halloumi cheese. You can grill it with a little bit of olive oil, coconut oil, nuts, wild caught salmon. You want to try to avoid the farm salmon because it has antibiotics in it and they're all stuck together, you know, in a small little pond, poor thing, and they're just not healthy and they're not happy. So we don't want to eat those kind of fish, but that's what they're selling in the supermarket. So if you have the option and you have the choice to be able to buy that, buy wild caught, you can go in Dubai, you can go to Deira, they have a fish market there and it's super cheap. You can just Google it and you can find the place. It's excellent. What other fats can you have? So you got halloumi cheese, wild caught, nuts, olive oil, avocado is also a nice, great healthy fat. And what else did I want to bring up? Oh yeah, there's another tip when it comes to dates. There's alkaline salts inside of dates that help balance the acid in our blood. So this is also a great tip in case if you're someone who kind of avoids these dates. We want to be able to take full benefit of the fasting and be able to digest that food properly and feel good so that when you wake up, you're not so thirsty, you're not so hungry, you're not all cranky when you're at work, and you're not craving all of these crazy foods. I know how it feels to go out to dinner in Ramadan. Everyone loves going out and enjoying hanging out together with the family and eating these, you know, sweets and breads and pastas and all these foods. But the thing is, these foods are just gonna make it tougher on you when you fast. And you don't want that. You want to have the right clarity so that you can take the full benefits of Ramadan and feel good and feel your best. So really try to, you know, and remember when you eat these pastas and you eat these breads and sweets, all it's doing is affecting insulin, going up, causing you to crave them even more. It affects many other hormones in the body, leptin, ghrelin, all of these hormones in the body that cause you to be hungry for these foods and never feel full and feel lethargic and all that. But I don't want this video to be now 1 hour. And I just want you to understand so that you can look at nutrition and look at everything a little bit different so that you can make better choices to feel your best self. Now, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below or just send me a message. I'm going to be sharing many videos now on my Instagram, and I'm going to be sharing tips of the benefits of fasting, and we'll be going into many different topics. If you haven't checked out my podcast, it's an audio version of me discussing many different topics for free. Just go to the link on my bio and you go straight to the website, or you can join my private Facebook group where I do live streams and I engage with you and answer your questions, and I share many different tips about health and, you know, nutrition and fitness. So feel free to send me a request. I'll leave the link in the caption below. And yeah, so if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful day and enjoy Ramadan with your family to the fullest. Bye.